Welcome to the Windows Computer and Technology channel, and I'm going to add a little something to that Windows 12 speculation. So I posted a video on Friday about, one little thing that we did see, and that some people say that it could technically be ideas for Windows 12. So if you looked at my Friday video, you'll see that there's a screen where you see that the taskbar, things like that, have changed in Windows on what they are using, and that there's new things like there's a search on the top, and it's like the UI is very different from Windows 11 in general. There's a floating taskbar at the bottom. So anyways, if you haven't seen it, go see that video and check out the idea. Now, I'll talk and answer some of the questions that I've seen since that video, because there's a lot of people that are like, "Oh, this is cool. I'm going to wait Windows 12." And first of all, I'll always say it: waiting for an operating system is not necessarily, a good idea or what you should do. If you plan to buy a new PC, buy a new PC. Only make sure that that PC has, as Windows 11 or the minimum requirements for Windows 11 to make sure that you can go on and continue using it for a long time. Now, the thing about what we saw is, remember one thing. When Microsoft deals with a new operating system, the UI that you see in videos like, in the picture that I've shown in the video, is simple. It's one of the possible user interfaces. They don't do just one. What they usually do is they do dozens of interface, and they will eventually go and choose one that will be the next thing. So that is going to be, one of the choices. It does not mean that that is the choice for the future. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, well, it looks like a Mac," or actually, it doesn't look like a Mac. It looks more like a mobile system. Windows 11 has started that thing, and the way that they're centering everything and all of it is really much more, because I don't see, personally, I've used the Mac and I've seen the latest Mac OS. It's not really there's no resemblance to a Mac that much. People, I think, maybe because the taskbar kind of looks like the dock a little bit, but that's beside the point here, in a sense that it is much more, for me, like an Android system where things are centered and everything is kind of like a mobile operating system. And I think that's much more where Microsoft is trying to make its interface on the new Windows, or whatever that will be. So, I see a lot of people saying, well, I think, should I wait to buy a new PC to get Windows 12? Well, it's 2024. First of all, it's 2 years from now. So if you need a new PC now, you need a new PC now. Of course, if your PC is great and works fine and you don't need another one, of course you can wait. But remember that Windows 12 that we've shown, the things that we've seen, we have just rumors. But there is one thing we are sure. There's something called Windows Next. Okay? This is the code name they're using. Windows Next. And that's a real thing. So definitely something's happening eventually. Everybody's saying 2024. Will it be Windows 12? That's the other thing, is we have no idea. Will it be Windows with a name? It could be a Windows without a number. Some people speculate once again, and a lot of people are saying, Why don't you drop the numbers and just say it's Windows? That honestly would probably be an interesting idea, but then again, the problem with using just Windows is that people rely on the number or the name to see if they have the latest one. Because, there's this weird feel of the latest one is the greatest one or the best one. We need always the latest one. There's that feel in when people buy a PC that, okay, this is the latest, greatest Windows. That's the way people choose. And so doesn't mean it's the latest, greatest, but it is, it is the latest, but not necessarily the greatest. It depends. So, something will come up in 2024. Some have speculated maybe it's just a new direction for Windows 11. Yeah, that could be. But I think that UI change is so different that, maybe it would be part of something new. So we'll wait and see what happens with time. And I don't think you should hold off, for a new PC. For those that are saying, well, I'm on Windows 10 and, I don't want to go to Windows 11 even if I'm supported. Maybe I should wait for Windows 12. Fair enough. You can, if you don't want to, you don't have to go to Windows 11 anyways. And is Windows 11 going to be a minimum requirement for Windows 12? That's a possibility. I think Microsoft is in a new way, because somebody asked me that question. Do you think Microsoft will go the route of the paid? We're going to pay for Windows at Windows 12 or something. I think Microsoft started something it can't stop, which is the free upgrade thing. Windows isn't free. Let's be very fair. A lot of people are like, well, what do you expect? It's free. It's not free, because 80% of the people that have Windows will have Windows 11 have paid for it because they bought a PC, and there is a license fee on that. There's a reason why Microsoft Windows is still the second biggest money maker at Microsoft. If it was free, they'd make zero money out of it. They don't. It's the second biggest money maker. Manufacturers or companies pay for licenses. And when you buy a new PC, you pay for licenses. In fact, people that upgrade, like we do, like I did from Windows 10 to Windows 11, are the enthusiasts that most of the time know what they're doing. And they are the ones that go there. And that's a very small amount of people. Remember that. Very small amount of people that actually do this. The majority of people moving on to Windows 11 will have moved by buying a new computer. It will have Windows 11 pre-installed. And the same will happen with Windows 12. And that free upgrade process that we had from 7 and 8 to 10, and then from 10 to 11, well, it's going to be 11 to 12 probably. Could it be 10 to 12? It's possible, because Windows 10, if Windows 12 arrives, Windows 10 is still going to be there in 2024. It's still going to have a year left. So it's possible they're going to say, okay, Windows 10, Windows 11, you can move to Windows 12. And if your computer supported. And I think the computer supported thing, one of the things to understand here is that the minimum requirements that we have in Windows 11 are probably going to be the same in Windows 12. I don't see Microsoft changing that. I don't see Microsoft changing that for another reason. They know that people have been frustrated by that arbitrary minimum requirement. They're not going to do that again. So we'll see what happens, and we'll see what's the future. But, it could be Windows 12. It could be Windows with a name. And but we do know that there's something, because the only thing we're sure right now is there is something with a codename Windows Next. So we'll see what happens. And, don't wait necessarily for that or whatever. Just, do what you have to do. If you need a new PC, you need a new PC, and that's it. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.